Welcome to Navigating Windows. We will discuss the following: moving around Windows via Windows Explorer. To do this, we will have to understand the contents that we will see in Windows Explorer, like Drive C, the CD drive, the floppy drive, the location of files and folders, and accessing the file system through different points. That is, how can we get at Windows Explorer? As you noted in the earlier video, my computer will open, and this is in fact Windows Explorer. The title bar says My Computer, but Windows Explorer functions exactly the same way. You'll notice that in Windows Explorer, if I hold my mouse over the vertical bar separating the two panes, on the left or to the right are the directions I can drag this. I can drag it when I have a double-headed horizontal arrow over a vertical bar. Sure enough, on the left hand side, if I click on the C drive, I will see the contents of that. That location represents the installation drive for Windows XP. It is in here that you will find almost all of your files. In fact, unless you have advanced installation techniques, all of your files will be on the C drive. We can note that while navigating through the Windows Explorer window, on the left hand side, we should select and pick and click on all of the items we want to access, realizing of course that on the right hand side will be the contents of the items we've clicked on. You will note that as I expand by clicking on the plus sign, or collapse by clicking on the minus sign, the contents get displayed below here. That's fine, but realize there are no files shown on the left hand side, only folders or directories. On the right hand side you can find your files and your folders. Navigating through the Windows Explorer window allows us to quickly and easily access all of our files in a consistent manner. This navigating on the left and viewing on the right technique will result in you not losing or have a hard time finding your files, because you'll have a consistent technique for finding and identifying all of the content you work with daily. For example, on the left hand side here I have shown you the contents of the C drive. I click on the left, I view on the right. If I expand or collapse on the left, I will still have access to viewing the contents of the item I've selected. However, if I expand by clicking the plus sign, I can move on down to perhaps the projects folder, or the region folder, or the inventory folder, for example, in which I have placed a few files. You'll note that I can select the files individually. I can draw a pick box around them. I can select them two at a time. I can select them two at a time at the top. There are multiple ways of selecting files. Realizing, of course, that that is just the tip of the navigational purposes that we will use for managing our file system. Since this video is focused on navigating, we'll move on over to accessing the CD drive. In my case, it is numbered with a numerical value here, but most will say CD drive. The only reason mine doesn't say that is to represent the fact that I have a disk in there that when I click on the left hand side will access on the right hand side here the contents of the disk. Sure enough, if I had a floppy drive here, it would also show up. Floppy drives are becoming more and more passé and less useful with the ever increasing size of files. We'll note that they would function the same way but not adjust them any further.